For our parents, grandparents, and essentially all of recorded human history, marriage was the expected finish line of dating. Today, the reality is that millions of people are falling in love and building lives without ever making it legal. Navigating this modern dating landscape is incredibly complex, which is why I put together a free guide. It features 12 questions that will tell you more about the financial future of your relationship than 5 years of dating ever will. You can download it right now via the link below to help prevent a financially catastrophic partnership down the line. The decision to skip the wedding alters how wealth is distributed and who gets to access it. To understand what this means for your bottom line, we first have to look at exactly why people are opting out of the chapel, and then calculate exactly how that choice changes your net worth. The first force driving this exodus is the capstone effect. In the past, you got married and built your life from scratch. Now, marriage is treated as an achievement you unlock only after you have an established career, a path to financial independence, and maybe a mortgage. In a brutal housing market, people are delaying proposals simply because they feel financially unqualified to make them. Then you have the technology. Dating apps put a globally accessible catalog of humans directly in your pocket. This creates severe choice paralysis. We end up pursuing the illusion of an impossibly perfect partner, constantly looking for tiny flaws to disqualify people, and completely missing the great possible relationships sitting right in front of us. That endless swiping also rewires how we view connection. It turns dating into a transaction, a numbers game, where people enter relationships asking, "What does this person offer me?" instead of, "What can we build together?" That self-focused mindset makes the intense compromise required for a successful marriage look highly unappealing. At the same time, the intense religious and social pressures that used to mandate marriage have evaporated. This aligns with an incredible societal victory, women's economic independence. Because a woman can now buy a house, build wealth, and have children entirely on her own terms, she no longer needs a husband just to open a bank account. Finally, there is the math of failure. About half of all first marriages in the US end in divorce. For many people who witnessed the emotional pain and multi-year legal battles of their parents' generation, this lived trauma leads to divorce panic. They look at a contract with a coin flip success rate and decide the immense financial risk simply isn't worth it. When you add all of this up, the data is clear. People aren't marrying less because they love less. They are rejecting a high-risk legal contract that is weighed down by modern expectations. But skipping that contract has a direct line to your net worth. It is mathematically more expensive to be a single adult. You are paying 100% of the rent, the car insurance, and the grocery bill. This singles tax forces unmarried individuals to spend thousands of dollars more per year on basic overhead compared to their married counterparts. If you do find a partner and align your financial lives, you gain a massive wealth multiplier. Dual-income couples can absorb economic shocks. If one gets laid off, the other covers the mortgage. If one wants to take a risk and launch a business, the other's stable salary absorbs the impact. This chart shows 2022 Federal Reserve net worth data, and it highlights how marriage is increasingly becoming a stratified wealth club. The median net worth of a married couple is over 3 times higher than an unmarried couple and over 8 times higher than a single person. Yet this wealth engine breaks down completely at the lower end of the income scale. Many government safety nets base eligibility on total household income. If 2 individuals each earning $28,000 get married, their combined $56,000 income can legally push them right above the threshold, causing them to lose vital support. Avoiding a legal marriage doesn't insulate you from financial risk. It often removes the built-in economic scale that naturally accelerates your ability to build and retain wealth. If you choose to navigate life without a legal spouse, a single health crisis or severe economic downturn can be devastating because you have no emotional or financial co-pilot legally bound to share the load. To survive this, you have to build a DIY safety net. A hospital does not recognize a boyfriend or girlfriend in a medical emergency. You have to manually execute wills and medical power of attorney documents, so the person you love actually has the legal right to make decisions and inherit your assets. You also have to protect your shared cash flow. This means buying term life insurance to ensure a surviving partner isn't left holding a massive mortgage alone. And for daily expenses, using a yours, mine, ours bank account structure. Keeping individual autonomy while funding a joint war chest prevents resentment and financial surveillance friction. If you opt out of the default legal contract of marriage, you are required to intentionally step up and become the architect of your own legal and financial protections, piece by piece. Marriage provides a legal structure designed to accumulate wealth, but involves a contract with significant risks. Staying single offers more freedom, but it requires you to manually build every piece of your own financial architecture. There is no wrong choice between the two. The only wrong choice is to drift into a merged life without a concrete plan. The future of your finances requires intentional design. If you are ready to design that life, click the link below to download the 12 Questions Relationship resource right now. It is the absolute cheapest version of these conversations available, because the alternative is having them later with entirely too much on the line. Hit subscribe and love with both eyes open.